What's up, you guys? It is Brad here, and today is Saturday, and it is going to be a Lego-filled Saturday. I've got a lot on the go today. My first stop is going to be going to a LUG meeting, which is fun. I always love LUG meetings because it's a great chance to see local Lego fans in your community, and there's also always an opportunity to do some Lego shopping, so that's going to be exciting. And then after the LUG meeting, I'm going to be racing to Kitchener Waterloo because I'm actually going to be visiting Bricks Minifigs, which I'm super excited about. I love that store, and I haven't been since July when they opened, so it's going to be super cool to check it out again. And then along the way, I'll probably visit a Walmart and maybe even a Lego store, so we'll have to see. As I said, a very Lego filled adventure today. Alright, you guys, so I've just arrived at the LUG meeting here, which, as I mentioned, is my very first stop of the day, and we're gonna go inside and check it out. I'm not gonna be here for too long because I do have to get to Kitchener Waterloo, but yeah, I'm still excited to see some people and, of course, hopefully maybe buy some Lego. Alright, you guys, everybody is here now. The LUG meeting has officially started. So, of course, here at the LUG meeting, for starters, there are some Lego MOCs, including this large collaborative build that we're doing, some great ball contraptions, as well as some miscellaneous other builds. Of course, there's people here selling some bulk Lego. I didn't buy any today because I just didn't feel like sorting, but you can see, looks like lots of cool parts there. There's also somebody here selling a bunch of different Lego minifigures, some poly bags. We've got all these really cool 3D printed Lego things, as well as a bunch of bricks for sale here, as well as a bunch more Lego minifigures. Somebody else over here is selling bulk Lego minifigures and bags of Lego parts. And a little bit later in the meeting, there is going to be a parts draft. And then it was time for the official business of the meeting to begin. And then my LUG was doing a charity raffle for, I believe, the Millennium Falcon, which is a really cool prize. Super cool. And then, of course, it was time for the parts draft to begin, and they also had a table where people were supposed to come and collect their Lego apartment MOCs, and these are something really cool that the LUG does. It's a really cool collaborative build, and it's something I really need to do because it's pretty awesome. And that has been my LUG meeting experience for today. Alright, you guys, so I'm just leaving the LUG meeting right now. As always, that was a lot of fun. It was really great to go see everybody and check everything out. The first thing I picked up here was a bag of parts that I meant to get a little while ago from one of the members of the LUG, so I'm excited to go through and add all of these parts to my Lego collection. And then I also picked up a few random Lego things here, like this older Lego set right here, which was fun. It was only $4. I figured this would be a great episode of Mini Build Monday, and I used to have a bunch of these when I was a kid. Also picked up a bag of profile bricks that I figured I could do some building with, and a couple other little random pieces right here. These ones are just kind of cool ones I hadn't seen before, and then I was going to spend $9, so I'm like, might as well just spend 10 and buy these chairs here as well. I'm actually pretty impressed with myself. This is the first time that I've ever gone to a LUG meeting and made more money than I spent. I sold a couple things to a few other LUG members while I was there, and I actually walked away with like almost $100 profit. So look at me go. I've never done that before. Normally I spend $100 here, so it's pretty cool to walk away with more money than I came with. But anyway, that's probably not going to last long because I'm about to go to Bricks Minifigs Kitchener Waterloo now. So let's start the drive. All right, you guys. So I have just arrived in Kitchener Waterloo here, which I'm very excited about. You guys can see Bricks Minifigs is right over here. It's been a while. This is actually my third time here, I guess. The first time I was here, of course, before they even opened, I got to do a little sneak preview. The second time was for the grand opening, and today here is the third time. So I'm super excited to go on inside and check it out. All right, so I'm going to be making a bunch of different videos while I'm here today, and one of them is going to be a full tour of the store. So I'll go through all of this. However, one of the things that I won't be going through a lot in that video is just some of the really cool things I find, especially some of the used Lego sets and what's in these glass display cases right here. So I'm going to spend a lot of time focusing on that in this video. For example, the reason I don't focus a lot of that in like a store tour or something like that is just because the inventory at these stores change so much. So by the time you come, even in just a day, some of the sets that I showed today in this video will already be gone. So I don't want to make that too much of a focus of like a store tour. So instead I make these like shopping vlogs, if that makes sense. So in this video, we're going to be focusing on a lot of the cool Lego things I'm finding here around the store. And so far, there's been a lot of cool things. Whoa, I'm taking a look at some of the things they have right here, and you guys can see they've got this Lego Studios Temple of Gloom set. This is really cool. Some of you may or may not know, I really like the Lego Studio line, but it came out actually before I started collecting Lego, so I don't have many of them in my collection, but I have acquired a few. But wow, this is really, really cool. Temple of Gloom, boxes in like decent shape, as you guys can see, and you can see all the different ways that you can configure this set. Comes with the cameraman right here, which is pretty awesome. Man, what a cool find. This is a pretty cool one here as well. This is one of the older Lego City space sets. It's crazy to see how large the number is compared to like how it is on the boxes right now, but this is the Space Discovery Shuttle, which is really cool. Discover Kids, I don't even remember Lego boxes boxes looking like that. They also have this Lego City Airport right here, which is really cool. I remember getting that one as a kid, and I really, really enjoyed it. It's pretty cool because they have a lot of the older Harry Potter ones. It almost looks like somebody brought in their Harry Potter collection right here, but you guys can see lots of really sick stuff. Some newer Harry Potter ones here as well are not like, they're still retired, but they're not as old as, you know, some of these ones right here. Whoa, they've also got Lego Dimensions, which is pretty cool. Whoa, the Star Wars 3-in-1 Battle Pack is pretty sick as well. Oh, this is cool. For a second, I actually thought this was the canceled gift with purchase. This right here is Santa's Workshop. I don't remember what year this one came out. 2022, it looks like. Pretty sick. Oh, this is a pretty cool find here as well. They've actually got one of the Legoland sets, and Legoland sets weren't actually sold in regular stores. They are just sold at Legoland. Whoa, they've got the old Lego movie set right here. This is the double-decker couch. This was such a hype Lego set back in the day. It's actually still pretty hype. Like, it held its value. The car is pretty cool, but man, I remember getting this one and really liking it. They do have all of these Lego minifigures here. You kind of just have to go through here and see which minifigures you can find. That's a really cool torso right there. I wonder what that one's from. On the other side here, they do have a couple Star Wars poly bags right here, including some of the magazine ones in the paper bags. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen this torso before. That's pretty cool. Over here on this side, they do have some Ninjago figures right here and some city ones as well. Oh, check it out. They've got the Lego Porsche right here, which is really cool. This Power Miner set is pretty cool. I do have that one in my collection as well. One of my favorite finds though is definitely this Lego System monorail right here. This is pretty epic. They were telling me that this one is fully complete. It actually still works. Like, honestly, it's so cool to see all the monorail track right here as well. That's pretty impressive. They've got a bunch of the cool VIP exclusive keychains over here. Whoa, this is pretty epic. They have the Mars Curiosity rover here. I feel like that's like a great price on the Mars rover there. That's pretty awesome. And look at all of these old Lego space sets. Wow. Oh, and they've got a bunch of other cool used sets over here as well. Like this one, that's pretty epic there. I love the Lego boat. Wow. And they've also, looks like they've got a bunch of the McDonald's poly bags right here. All really cool stuff. This case over here too is one of my favorites as well because it's like their allowance case. So basically this top shelf is $15 and $20. This second shelf is $10 and this bottom shelf here is $5. So you can see it's like partially complete sets or just like random little Lego builds and parts of sets that are maybe incomplete or something like that. So you have no idea what you're gonna find right here. Like for example, they've got this really cool Lego boat, got like a Lego bird there, one of the Chinese New Year set, and then way at the top here they've got this cool set. What is this, like a barn or something like that? That's pretty cool. I have no idea where that's from. And then of course back here they have all of their used sets, which are really cool. So lots of things here, and all of these honestly look really different than the last time I was here. Here they have the Empire State Building, which is pretty sick. Oh, was this a Harry Potter set? I have no idea. That's pretty cool. They've also got the roller coaster up here, which is pretty awesome. As well, of course, like a bunch of Star Wars sets and some Bionicle here as well. This right here is a pretty cool Star Wars poster. Oh, they've got like a Friends float plane set right here and a dragon. They've also got a bunch of Lego modulars up here, which is pretty cool. Like right here, they have the Assembly Square. They've also got the new Tudor corner right here, as well as the Jazz Club. They've also got a few really large Lego Star Wars sets here as well. Along this wall, you honestly never know what you'll find. There's so many cool sets, and like I said earlier in this video, these change all the time, so you'll have to come into Bricks Minifigs Kitchener Waterloo and see what you're gonna be able to find. Oh my gosh, there's so many sets I could buy here. I have no idea. Oh man, it's gonna be hard. Oh my gosh, this Technic set is kind of wild. Look at that figure there. I might actually buy this figure here. I know like 35 bucks for a figure is kind of crazy, especially when it's just a CMF, but I want to be able to have all of the classic space figures in the collection, and I know I need this one because of the torso underneath, and they're actually selling the full complete figure here for just $5 more, but I think I have it at home, so I just really want the torso. Well, it looks like somebody must have just bought the set that was right there. That's pretty cool. Oh, that's so funny. Look what somebody did to all the troll minifigures here. All right, so it has been a great visit here at Bricks and Minifigs so far today, and there are a few things that I do have my eye on that I think I'm gonna pull the trigger on, which is really cool. All right, I had my eye on this Technic set earlier, and I think I'm gonna go grab it. I'm also gonna grab that figure, like I said. All right, you guys, I ended up making a Lego purchase here, which is super exciting. I will show you a little bit more what I got when I get home. All right, you guys, so I just left Bricks and Minifigs, and even with the stuff I have purchased there, I am still making a profit on today. I am very proud of myself, but I'm about to go to Walmart now because I don't go to Walmart very often in Toronto because it's so far from me. So I'm about to go now, and depending on what I get there, I may officially be in a negative, but let's go check it out anyway. All right, let's go inside here and see what we can find. I forgot to film the outside of the store, fun fact, because I was texting Matt Mellish. While I'm here, I also have to get a USB-C cable because my phone is at 20%. I have a 2-hour drive home, and I'm in a rental car, and unfortunately it didn't come with a cable like I thought it would. All right, we are now here at the toy section. Let's try and find some Lego. It looks like it's gonna be way at the back here. Oh, I almost missed this. We got some Bricktacular stuff right here, which is pretty cool. You can see that's just some like Friends and Creator. Nothing too crazy there, but we've also got some Botanical over here, which is looks cool. I mean, ideally I'd find some clearance, but I don't think I'm going to. Got some other sets right here which are pretty cool. I love the Fast and Furious one right here. I gotta buy that eventually. Not today, but someday. But all right, let's go down here now and see what we've got. Again, clearance would be nice, but my hopes are not high. Oh, fun fact, this is not Lego, but this is the first time I've ever seen the Mattel set right here. I've heard the build process is okay, but I hear they're nothing. Like, there was somebody I saw on Instagram, they were missing pieces, and it was very difficult to get the missing parts, but that is pretty cool to see all of these right here for the first time ever. Oh, cool. There's some block tech sets right here. I actually just checked out some block tech sets on my YouTube channel a few weeks ago now, so that's pretty cool to see. And then, of course, here we've actually got Lego, which is super exciting. So we've got some of the Wicked sets here, lots of Harry Potter, lots of the Disney ones right here as well. I actually didn't know that Walmart carried the Lego Fortnite sets, but that's pretty cool. You can see they've got some of the larger ones here, which is pretty cool. They've got Horizon Adventures as well. Lots of Friends ones, which are really cool. Yeah, lots of great sets here. Super Mario's, I don't know why they're still making those. But of course, they've got lots of Minecraft here and the Creator 3-in-1s also. They've even got some of the newer Bluey sets. Not new, but like newer Bluey sets right here. And lots of Lego City here as well. I love the medic plane right there. I think is really cool. And all of these are actually pretty sick sets. And then we've got Lego Technic here as well. Lots of Technics and lots of Speed Champions. They do have like I said, the Fast and Furious one and the Fast and Furious one right there. They've got One Piece. Again, that's kind of surprising. I didn't expect Lego to have the One Piece. Why would they have... What? They spiderwebbed 3 of them together. Oops. Oh my gosh. I'm making a huge mess, but I get... Why would they have done this? Like, Walmart, why did you spring wrap 3 sets together? I guess, like, you wanted to spring... That is... You spiderweb them, not spring wrap. That is so weird. I don't like that. Walmart, what the heck are you doing? I'm going to make fun of that on my Instagram story. Oh my gosh, they actually have a huge Lego selection. It goes all the way from down there, and I've only shown you part of it, but Speed Champions here. They've got Marvel and Jurassic Worlds right here, and Marvel down here, and lots of Star Wars, and yeah, even some of the art collections there, the icons here as well. They've got the Love set, which apparently one Walmart had on sale, really good price in Canada, but I missed it. But you can see they've got a bunch of the botanical sets right here as well. Ideas here, the Happy Plant sets. Yeah, honestly, a very, very good selection. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like any clearance, though. They do have a couple poly bags right here, some Duplo ones and some Dreams ones and some Friends ones. Some other Friends sets down there. This just looks like all games and puzzles and stuff. Fortunately, it doesn't look like any Lego clearance, which kind of sucks. They also have the new F1, or no, they're not new anymore. The Spider-Man ones are the new one, but they've got all the F1 CMFs there and a couple other smaller sets, but... yeah, unfortunately, no Lego clearance. Whoa, they've got a chicken jockey. Just when I was about to leave Walmart, I was looking for one last thing, and I found a clearance section, and I see a Lego logo. I don't know. I just got here, so I don't know what it is. This set for $40 was $49, honestly. That's not really worth it to me. I see another one here, 15 was 20. Yeah, no thank you. Is there any other Lego? Or like anything cool at all even? I don't see any more Lego. That's unfortunate. As I said, I was just like walking by with my cart looking for something else, and I was like, oh, there might be something, but it looks like those might be the only 2 Lego sets, unfortunately, and yeah, they're not sets I want, and they don't have them in quantity, so it's not worth getting. Oh my gosh. I just finished dropping off my rental car, and I was trying to be a little cheap, and I was like, let me take public transit today. I am holding a huge bag of Lego. I don't know why the heck I wanted to take public transit, but here I am. This bag is very heavy, and I just want to go home. I do have to say, though, it is a pretty beautiful night here in Toronto. All right, you guys, I am now officially home from my full day of Lego adventures. Man, it was a really fun day, but I sure am tired. But before I wrap up today's video, I want to show you what I picked up today. So, of course, I already showed you what I picked up from my LUG meeting, but I will show you very quickly right here. Of course, I did get these profile bricks. These random bags of parts right here, including the chairs, whatever these pieces are. And again, whatever this piece is. I have no idea what it could be, but it is pretty cool. And then, of course, I did pick up this set right here as well. But of course, now what I'm really excited to show you guys is what I picked up from Bricks and Minifigs. So I actually didn't go too crazy today, but I did get some pretty cool things. So for starters, obviously the biggest set that I got and the one that I'm most excited for is this Lego Technic set right here. This one is 8640, and Technic is a pretty interesting one for me to buy, But this is actually a set that I had never really seen before. You guys can see it is pretty cool. It is this helicopter right here of a skier, like at one of those, you know, the helicopter brings you up to the top of the mountain. It is pretty epic. It came with the box here. You open it up and you can see there's details of the set. It's actually got the plastic where you can see in it. It's got the instructions, a couple extra pieces, and then somewhere in here, oh, right there they are the unapplied stickers, which is pretty amazing. So this is the set right here. It is like, I don't know if it's fully complete or not because it was one of the as-is sets, but it is really cool. I cannot wait to disassemble this and build it for myself because it looks so much fun. I will probably make a short form or something like that about it just because it is really sick. And at first I saw it and I thought it looked cool just because I thought the minifigure looked cool. And then when they got it off the shelf for me, I realized like all the different mechanics of it and the fact that it was actually a skier. So the fact that it came with the box is just a huge bonus for me, but I'm really excited about this one because it is such a cool set. And then I did get another vintage set right here, which I think is really hype. So it's funny, this one I actually found when I was looking in the back room with the owner Noah for a video we were making. But this is really cool right here. It is this like shell tow truck, which is awesome. It comes with the minifigures right here, and it also came with a car jack, which I just thought was really cool. This is one of those vintage sets that I haven't really seen before and just thought it'd be really cool to add to the collection. And then I did get a couple collectible minifigures here as well. So I got two different ones here. The first one being the computer programmer. I remember this one from series 7, I believe, and it was just a minifigure I always thought was really cool, but never was able to add to my collection until now, of course, so I'm super excited about that one. And then I also picked up the Rocket Boy right here, just because this is a pretty cool figure, and it actually has the classic gray space torso underneath. So I've actually already got this figure, I believe. Like, I think it probably is over here somewhere. There he is in the shelf right here. I actually didn't realize this was such an old figure. But since I already have that figure, I did pretty much get him just for that classic space torso right there, because eventually someday I want to complete all of the classic space minifigures, and while I have the parts for most of them, I just don't have them assembled yet. But again, that'll probably be a little bit of a later video. But anyway, like I said, you guys, today was super fun, a very Lego filled day. I had a blast going to the LUG meeting, loved going to Bricks Minifigs Kitchener Waterloo. It's always a really fun time anytime I get to go to that store and just check it out. Made some cool videos there that I will show you guys throughout the next couple weeks, and yeah, it was a really good day. Can't wait to do some Lego building with what I picked up today. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. Of course, if you did enjoy, please don't forget to like, comment, and of course subscribe, and I will see you guys here in the next video.